I've been making videos on this channel for just over a year now, and Wizards has released a lot of new cards. My decks have changed, but not just with the new. Thanks to your comments, plenty of old cards have snuck into my decks as well. Starting with by far my most popular video, Karametra. There's a lot of comments here and several cards I haven't seen or considered. In fact, the comments were too strong here, as there are two reserve list cards that are bonkers in this deck. First up is Earthcraft, which lets all of our creatures tap for mana the turn they are played, which is incredibly explosive. Yet it's even stronger than that, as it can make white mainline tap for mana each time we play it, making the lion itself part of the combo. But even worse is Allurin, making most of the deck cost 0 mana and be able to be played with flash. In fact, it's so strong, I bought a copy of Magic Online to test, listed my deck as a 7 not knowing Allurin's true power, and literally got blocked for it. Ouch. Yeah, at the top tables, these two cards are must-includes for the deck, but they're a tad beyond both my wallet and my power level. I've also added Spelunking I was pondering thanks to a few votes of confidence, and I've yet to draw it, but it fits right alongside our combo cards. Beyond that, a few interesting cards have entered my wants list, but have yet to come in stock. First up, I'm waiting for Greenbelt Rampager. It bounces itself twice for free, which isn't quite white main line, but is only 1 mana, so can lead to some serious ramp in normal games. I also added Somberwald Sage, as I found a second copy, and given we play mostly creatures, its 3 mana for 1 card is as good of a rate as there is. Next up is Melek, the Dilemma, and one comment solved a big problem the deck had. See, you want as many big spells as possible to take advantage of Melek, but you need to cast some before Melek, or he dies when he enters the battlefield, and you can't get that mana advantage. One word has the solution: cycling. This mechanic means we don't have to cast the card to get it in the graveyard, but just get to discard it to draw a card. Simple enough, but what this means is we get to include more big spells while still being able to discard these early. This means I'm down to just 3 1-mana cards in Melek, and we can migrate those costs up the curve. So what did we add? The comments gave a good start, as Illumination is either 1 mana to draw 1 card or 1 mana to draw 2 cards. We'll take it. Boon of the Wishgiver also easily earned a slot for its 1 mana Cascade, but then I took to Scryfall and found some doozies. Mage's Guile gives a creature Shroud for 2 mana. It's a cheap spell we often can't cast before turn 5, as it serves to protect Melek almost exclusively. We can cycle it if we didn't put anything else in the graveyard beforehand. But once Melek is on the battlefield, it's a decent way to protect him. And I haven't done it yet, but I'm well aware this is Shroud, not hexproof, and can target anything. Say for example your opponent targets their Deceiver Exarch with a Splinter Twin. Well, you can give it Shroud until the end of turn, sending the twin to the graveyard. A super flexible card. But there's a much scarier cycling card. Remember, our deck's aim is to copy fun spells a half dozen times and win. Well, if you need to cycle Fractured Sanity, it mills each opponent for 4, which is kind of a downside. But, well, we have 1 mill card in the deck, and my last game with this deck was a victory thanks to Storm King's Thunder for 7 into Sanity to mill everyone out. It's actually my first win with milling Commander, and it's down to having a single mill card in the deck, which is rather impressive and means this card definitely earned its slot. Unless I decide I want to depower this deck to refocus on the dilemmas, which remains to be seen. I found this deck stronger than I thought at winning, and not causing prisoners dilemmas. Melek gets big quick and kills before then. The other comment I've taken on board showed me a weird new card, Lavabrink Floodgates. It's a really unique piece of mana ramp. It plays right into our voting theme, and on-board board wipes are always interesting to see unfold, especially when 6 damage will rarely kill Melek. I look forward to casting it. For new cards, I've added Megaton's Fate as a way to go mana positive while destroying an artifact, or act as another board wipe. Speaking of which, Incite Rebellion also hits the deck. I realised with our super low creature count and Melek's high toughness, these are just what we need more of. Acquire rounds up the changes and lets us search for, well, whatever fun thing our opponents have, but it'll often find at least a solving to go mana neutral with Melek. I do like playing my opponent's cards. Finally, I have Inspired Tinkering, Gamble, Bribery, Stormkiln, Artist, and Sapphire Charm on order, but haven't decided on cuts yet. Commander decks can be 200 cards, right? Next up is the third Dr. Sarah combo, where the Reddit comments take the win. All the glitters can either halve the clues our Doctor needs, or just make anyone our commander. I want to see a Sarah Jane Smith commander damage win, so this is on order until then. Ram through sounds hilarious, as if we can get a very large Doctor, it can just dome someone, and I want to try that as well. I don't know how strong these cards are going to be, but they sound like they'll make for a memorable moment, so I'm in. Finally, Fey Offering does have a non-zero cost, but 3 tokens a turn is quite the reward, so I'll have to try it out. And finally, Maelstrom Wanderer, the reason this channel exists in the first place. What did you all have to say? Nothing. It's perfect.
As I expected, practically perfect in every way.
This is probably the deck I've worked on the most, and as part of the theme, it's very flexible as to what you include with pet cards and such. which makes a lot of sense. I do have my eye on a few cards from Thunder Junction though. Roxanne makes 2 mana when entering, interacts, and does so again on each attack. Just what Wanderer wants. But that's all the changes now. You're welcome to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. We're almost at 1,000, so it would be very much appreciated. Or if you have any other suggestions for these decks, fire away in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching.